Jordan, is there any way to balance what's been happening in adversity with being able to lock in for the rivalry game? Because they're both two different unique things, so to speak, but how do you kind of balance that, or is there any balance needed?
We're just kind of taking it week by week. It's been a kind of rough stretch this last 3 weeks, but we're just continuing to prepare through the event each and every week. We know that, this is an important game, one of the biggest games on our schedules. So we're going to treat it as such and continue to prepare throughout the week.
Other things aside, what excites you about this rivalry? What's some things that are personal to you about it that you always kind of remember and kind of hold separate from any and everything else that's going on?
I'm glad it's back here at home, being in front of our home crowd. The excitement surrounding this game is always something to look forward to. There's so much passion involved on both sides. So I'm excited to get out there and rolling on Saturday.
Thank you.
Discipline in this game after what happened at the end of last year, everything, how important and critical is that in terms of managing both the emotions and I guess maybe avoiding some of the triggers that might be trigger traps, I guess you could say.
Yeah, we're going to play with emotion, but we're not going to be emotional. And that involves just playing with, like I said, passion, as hard as you can go every single play. And that's our approach every game, is to not get too high or too low, or kind of let your emotions get the best of you. Rivalry games like this can kind of bring some of those emotions out. But we've been harping on that all week about playing with emotion and not being emotional.
How much do you guys talk about the end of that game and the things that happened in front of their sideline?
Seldomly.
You were on the sideline, right? You were on the field.
No, I was not on the field, no.
Do you remember it seemed like it was just chaotic at that point when it just breaks down like that. Do you remember what it felt like?
No, not much. I was heading back into the locker room.
What was the message, I guess in the locker room for your defense after last week, where, you just need to get a stop and you guys weren't able to do it against a really, really good team?
Yeah, we just got to execute better. I mean, there was a lot of situations where we felt like we left a lot on the table, whether it was communication or just not executing the call to the best of our abilities. So we've been harping on that all week, is just executing better. That was kind of our Coach Rossi's message, at least to the linebackers after that game, just especially us being the thermostat of the team and the defense specifically. We have to lead the charge on the execution.
And how I think 5 turnovers was all you guys. I think your pick was the last turnovers, though. How, when you're struggling to get stops, how important would it be to get turnovers and flip the field and get the ball back to the offense? Yeah,
we're always looking to get turnovers every game. We came up short last week on the forced fumble that they recovered, but that's always a point of emphasis, is different ways to get the ball out, or different ways to change the picture on the quarterback to maybe force some throws that he isn't comfortable with. But that's always something that we're looking for to have that turnover ratio in our favor. The percentages of winning football games increase drastically when you're able to win that turnover margin. So it's always a point of emphasis for us every week.
Jordan, is this a style of game that linebackers look forward to when you look at how important their run game is to their offense, and when they can go super heavy at times, getting bigger bodies in there, more linebackers, I'm guessing, on the field? Is this sort of an old school style game that you guys look forward to?
I wouldn't call it old school style. Just the style of the Big Ten. You love being a linebacker in the Big Ten. But to this game specifically, it's anytime we're playing a Big Ten opponent, especially on not out west. But you look forward to going in, being a linebacker, and being able to have the opportunity to stop the run.
What did you guys talk about since fall camp? I know Aiden talked about this yesterday. If you had people come in, be it alums or whoever, talking about this game and this rivalry, I guess, is there any message that stood out in that from somebody, whether it be a former coach, player, or whoever?
Yeah, it's personal. We've seen the Coach Antonio clips time and time again. It's going to be an important game. It's always going to be an important game, and it's never going to be over. And that's kind of been the message that's been harped on us. This is a personal game, but again, playing with emotion but not being emotional, and not letting your feelings of the game jeopardize the position of the team in a negative way.
He's been around the program, but has he spoken to you guys about this game?
No, not yet. If he has, but he hasn't. Yeah.
With last year year with so many transfers, new coaching staff, I felt like there was a understanding gap, I guess, of like what the rivalry felt like. I know you were around and you could probably speak to that. But do you feel like you guys, as a team, as a whole, as everyone involved, have more of an understanding of like the stakes and the bad blood and intensity that comes with it? I know you were here before. So
Yeah, no, I think we're all on the same page about what this week is and what this week means.
You got a teammate who's now a dad. Has Grady been around since last week?
Yeah. He came back yesterday, practiced today. But yeah, so happy for him and his wife Ellie. He's kind of grown into one of my closer friends since he's came up here. So I went over and saw the baby Sunday after they had it on Saturday. Brought it back home healthy. So so happy for them and just the friendship that we have together.
Did you hold the baby?
Say again?
Did you hold the baby?
I did hold the baby.
How was it?
It was
like a football.
no, I made sure to support the head.
5 points of contact or whatever.
Right.
does he have the dad strength now? Did you notice that?
He did have. We actually showed it in our unit meeting today. They were doing one-on-ones, and he had some dad strength in one of those reps.
Is it a son or a daughter?
Son. Yeah.
What's it been like, Jordan, just being a leader on this team the last couple of weeks where obviously, you guys wish for different results. You're a guy that people look to within the program to set the tone and whatnot. Just what's it been like in that capacity and you sort of learning how to be a leader in tough times or whatever that's been like?
I mean, I think this is one of the best times to be a leader. It's easy to be a leader when things are going the way you want them to be. But when adversity comes, like we've kind of been struggling with the last 3 weeks, this is a vital point for not only myself, but the 4 other captains and other leaders that we have on the team to kind of step up and be that focal point and be the guy who steps in during those tough times and be like, let's lock back in, let's get back on goal. This is, let alone a rivalry game, this is just a huge game for our program where we're at right now, and having this last 3 weeks not go our way. Again, we understand the importance of this game, but this is a game for us to get back on track, and we're excited for the opportunity.
What do you think a win this weekend would mean for the team, given the last few years haven't gone your way? Do you think that'll be a momentum factor for you guys going forward?
Yeah, I mean, kind of alluding to like what I just said. We understand the depth and the importance of this game, it being a rivalry game. But if you look in the grand scheme of the whole year, we're sitting at 3-4 right now. This will kind of, we believe, kind of spark that surge that we need leading into the rest of the season. So, like I said, we're excited for this opportunity to go and play a rivalry game, and just looking forward to it come Saturday.
Last one for Jordan. Last week, Wayne Matthews was game day captain. That put 3 captains in that linebacker unit. What does it mean just having that much leadership from your unit?
Yeah, I kind of alluded to it before. We have an analogy between a thermostat and a thermometer. Like a thermometer just, tells you the temperature, but a thermostat can actually change the temperature, and that's what we feel like the linebacker room is, not only for the team or not only for the defense, but for the team. And so I'm honored to be in a room with such amazing men who all have the same common goal of being the best football players that we can be, and the best leaders that we can be, and put our teams in the best position to win football games.
All right, thanks, Jordan.
Thanks, Jordan. Yep.